Hello, I'm Sin the Manga Addict and welcome to my channel. I didn't get as much reading done this month as I wanted to, but I did at least make some progress. I read 3 volumes of Fly Me to the Moon. I'm really interested in finding out what information Tokiko had left for Nasa on the device, especially with all the extra security. I'm getting pretty close to caught up on the series. I'm sure we'll have some answers by then. More flashbacks of Tsukasa's past was definitely nice to have. I think my favorite part out of these volumes, though, was the bonus stories at the end between Kaname and the guy that likes her. I should have figured that the girl from Nasa's childhood that gave him such a complex on his name would show up again. These stories always come full circle. Though, who would have thought she'd be such a tease now with the guy she likes? Nasa's just surrounded by teasing women aside from Tsukasa, it seems. Just 4 more volumes till I'm current. I'm hoping to get there by the end of the year. I read 3 volumes of Otomen. It was definitely one of my more enjoyable reads this month. I definitely will be picking more of them up as soon as I can. I really like it when they flip gender norms on their head, which is part of how Shigemori's not just a cutie you draw me in so much. I think Judah is my favorite character so far though, the secret shoujo mangaka who's just watching them to write about them. It's fantastic. Especially since they're both actually fans of his work. And of course, the knight coming out on the white horse to save the princess was just the cherry on top. I've already managed to pick up the next couple volumes of these, so definitely will be top on my reading list for December. I read 3 volumes of Skip Beat. The Beagles were a really interesting addition to the cast. I wonder how long they'll manage to stick around. The singer was so creepy. But Kyoko giving Sho such a pep talking just the way he needed was kind of crazy. And Sho coming to her defense with the singer of the Beagles. What a complicated web we're spinning all together. I know I've still got a lot of volumes to catch up, but I've got several on order that are currently being shipped to me from Black Friday. I'm trying so hard to catch up. It's been so good. I wonder how many volumes we'll have until Kyoko can't convince herself that nothing is developing between anyone anymore. I read 3 volumes of Shonen No Boy Soprano. Getting them as cheap as I did, I wasn't sure what I would actually be getting in for, but it really drew me in. The way it lets you experience his world is just so pretty. The struggles of the choir president were so well portrayed. It was so relatable. Vladimir was such an interesting addition to the cast, with someone who's in a very similar boat to Yukata, but with much more experience as well as much more drive. And the doubt he places on Yukata as he struggles to find who he is so well conveyed. The way Yukata was losing himself as he was playing a role that was so different from himself. I definitely will be keeping an eye out to pick up the other volumes I don't have. Volume 23 of Totally Ban Hanako-Kun felt so incredibly short. Lots of teases of, hey, here's a Tsukasa that isn't Tsukasa, here's a Amane, but as he could have been. So many ways their present has been twisted and is yet still familiar. Every volume just leaves me a little confused and definitely waiting for more. Uzaki-Chan Wants to Hang Out Volume 13, though with the content that's inside, I'm surprised it's not Ami and Yanagi on the cover. There were so many good points in this volume. The whole shtick of Yanagi getting in trouble for her streaming, that her parents were worried about inner safety, totally understandable. And the fact that she got Ami to come give a presentation and she utterly flipped it on the head with the, yeah, it's safe, she's not doing anything inappropriate, but gosh, she would make so much more money if she was. And it's like, oh my goodness. It was kind of nice to see Uzaki tease Sakurai and him absolutely turn it on his head because she pushed his buttons and got more than she asked for. And Ami's unfortunate situation at work. Ayakashi Hunter's Tainted Bride, Volume 5. I can't wait for Volume 6 and Lady Shinobu to finish getting what's coming. There are a few things more satisfying than seeing an entitled character get what's due. We get to see such strong sides in the now between her taking care of Lady Shinobu's grandmother and actually standing up to Lady Shinobu about the fact that her food was important and not just letting her walk over all of Nanao's efforts. It'll definitely be interesting to see who's causing so much trouble in the capital once we finally get there. Though I think this is my favorite cover so far. I love fall themes. Blue Period Volume 16. I love Blue Period so much. I was a little late getting into it, but it's always gotta read it the very second it comes out. Blue Period always makes me think more than other manga. I've never been any good at art, so while I don't have any of the skills, it makes me realize how much goes into it. And more than just, ooh, this is pretty, I really admire that because I can't do it, it shows me so much more of what's involved. It gives me such a bigger picture. I have several people in my life that don't really read manga, but if I can, I'm going to get them to start Blue Period because they do care about art. One of which will be a Christmas gift for me this season. And fingers crossed that they will then have their first manga series that they actually pick up more. There were so many fantastic moments in this volume, from Yatoru's work being put up in the show, having his first fan letter, his high school crew coming to see his art, getting to see Yuka-chan show up again. I've honestly been waiting until they made an appearance. Blue Period never comes out fast enough for me. Magilumiere, Magical Girls Inc. Volume 10. After the cliffhanger the last one ended off on, I had no idea we'd be skipping forward a whole year. It was so interesting seeing where life had taken them all over the last year. How they were all coming together again, how they're going to get answers. Not that we got much of anything in this volume, but I'm stoked for it to continue. A Kingdom of Quartz Volume 2. One more volume until I'm caught up, I believe. There was so much in this one, from her passing the test to the absolute cliffhanger at the very end. It gave us a little bit of an explanation as to her, not really her powers. The prince gave us so many answers and left us with so many questions. It's been so beautiful. Sadly, the main person I had to talk about it with is no longer around, so I'll miss getting to have those discussions. So as with any other series, I would just absolutely love to hear if you're reading it. I love to talk about all these series with people. Why Raeliana ended up at the Duke's Mansion Volume 9. One of several final volumes that I got to this month. It was interesting in the way it tied up all the different loose ends. And yet at the same time, I didn't feel like I got that much more out of this volume than any of the rest. It's probably my least favorite volume out of the whole series. But I'm definitely glad to finish having it all collected because there's so many other Ice Breath series I have to definitely catch up on. There's such a dent in the budget. And then, also on the subject of endings, My Senpai's Annoying Volume 13. This was really kind of a letdown. I have adored My Senpai's Annoying, but this entire volume felt so anticlimactic. Here's a little bit, and now we're moving way past. Here's another little bit, and we're moving way past. Even them getting together didn't feel like anything. I was both looking forward to and dreading this series coming to an end, because I've enjoyed it so much over the years, but the ending left me so cold. I'm not really sad that it's ended anymore, it's just done. Gazing at the Star Next Door, Volume 7. I definitely have a soft spot for idol series. This volume felt over really quickly. It was bam, he's on the date with his co-star to help improve her acting skill, then bam, they don't get to see each other, then bam, her coworker confessed to her, and then it's over. Just blink, blink, blink. It can be really hard for an idol series to stand out with as many of them as there are. I've enjoyed this one, but it isn't top of my list. That spot goes squarely to Timon's B-side. But this one's been really solid, and I do still enjoy it. Just not the one idol one I would recommend to anyone. Wistoria, Wand and Sword, Volume 10. I wasn't expecting the first half of the volume to pretty much be the fight between Elfie and Magi Vander. We didn't get much else, honestly. They were just like, hey, everyone, here's your secret mission. Find out which of the factions betrayed us. And then everyone's life is boot camp. I wish it came out a little more frequently, though. Oh my goodness, this cover was just absolutely my aesthetic. This is the best cover so far for me. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 20. A extra thick volume for us for the finale. And it was such a fantastic send-off. Between giving us some of the awkward new couple, all the sweet moments, followed by the absolutely touching graduation with a little bit after. This series took me some time to get into, based on just, frankly, how mean-spirited it seemed at first, but it had one of the most satisfying ends of the rom-coms I've read. I'll be sad it's not coming around anymore. Welcome to Demon School IruMa-kun, IruMafia Edition Volume 2. I had been waiting for this one. I had been very eagerly anticipating this one. I never would have guessed that Asmo's appearance, though, would be connected to the police investigating the mafia, though honestly it fits his character pretty damn well. And Clara at the circus, looking for her family. I've never been so excited for a side story to a series like this one. And the tease of Amari at the very end. They're gonna dangle someone to me at the end of each of these volumes, aren't they? Keep me begging for more. A Curtain Call for You, Volume 1. I picked up this one also being shy, mousy, reserved. It definitely made it where this was a series that seemed more relatable to me. I never had a Hiragi to take my hand and pull me forward, but nor was I creative enough to be such a vivid storyteller. But I really liked the way Hiragi was portrayed, both the boundless confidence and yet so fragile, and Kuze being the third member to make their club with actual acting experience. Can't wait to see what kind of character Kuze actually is, other than just passionate for acting, which is what they've given us so far. The skit they pulled for the club presentation was absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to see how it turns out for them. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 28. I don't have a whole lot to say on this one. I found it really hard to keep up with the story as much since the culling games began. There were so many characters introduced so fast. I kind of felt like I was constantly spinning and I couldn't keep up anymore. Wasn't always sure exactly who I was seeing on the page. It's kind of sad, but I think I'm actually a lot more interested in watching the anime, which is not very usual for me. I'm really hoping that it makes it a lot easier to follow, where honestly I'm so distracted by the fact that I don't know what's going on to actually read the story. But I'm almost finished collecting it. Colette Decides to Die Volume 5. What a fantastic volume. Little Otter has been such a cute character, and the way he gets along with all the skeletons. I mean, you have to root for him to get the job with Poseidon again, because it's what he'd been working so hard for, and it's what he wanted. But not a one of us is disappointed that Hades took him in. And the fact that she's realizing that she has feelings. The trick is how Hades deals with his feelings and how he decides to actually adapt things or not, because he's a lot more aware of what it takes and what risks there are between a mortal and a god. I always love the different takes on Greek mythology, so I really can't wait until the next one arrives. Kakuriyo Bed and Breakfast for Spirits Volume 10. I'm finally caught up. So many questions though. With the mistress of the two inns showing up at the end. Like, isn't that the luck Ayakashi that kidnapped her before? With everyone being so deferential to her and she has the right to make all decisions. There's just so many questions. And it's so thin. It just is over in the blink of an eye. Wolf Girl and Black Prince Volume 16. Another series ended, but in this case another satisfying end. These two had so many problems over the series. And honestly, seeing those problems as adults and them working through it, that's what love is. I know a lot of people focus solely on the negative of their relationship, but it's one of the most realistic ones still then because of it. Obviously, we all do our best to avoid toxicity in real life, but it's there. It's there every which way you look. And these two fighting and arguing and having nothing in common, and then realizing that they're what's important at the end of the day. And it was one of the most natural cases of several years later that I've seen in shoujo. There were times when this one sagged a bit for me, but this ended so well. I'm sad to see it go. I Want to Do Bad Things with You, Volume 2. Honestly, there's still so many questions I have, but I know I've got a ways to go to be caught up on the series. Between Koichi seemingly in on the whole thing, taking her out to push buttons to see what he can get away with, to mess with his brother, and Koichi dressing up as a maid just to be able to follow. Meeting his fiancée. The pain of feeling it's a good thing I'm not needed, but at the same time I'm not needed. It's such an ache. The wedding dress scene, the removable skirt. The fact that he has her in his phone is giant. I'll definitely be picking up Volume 3 soon. Let's Do It Already, Volume 7. There can't be too much more of this goofiness still to come. They broke his family's rules, they've pushed boundaries. There's still a year to go before he comes of age, but there's no way they can drag this out for that much longer. It's been cute, but you can only run a gag so long. It's definitely hitting the point where I'm very worried that if it goes on much longer, it will just completely peter out. Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku Volume 1. This was an anniversary gift from my husband. It was so cute. The two gals are just perfect between Closet Otaku, oh, it's for my sister, and Miss Outgoing. It's cool that you like this stuff. The fact that all three of them have been able to bond over the shoujo anime has just been absolutely fantastic. Even if they do all call him Otaku-kun. You gotta wonder if they do actually know his name. I'm definitely eagerly awaiting Volume 2. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the Heroes Volume 6. It's been so long since the last volume came out. I was worried at first I was going to be a bit lost, but I actually got back into it really quickly. I'd forgotten about the attack, but it did a decent enough job catching you up with who was who and what had happened without restating too much. It's been really nice with the anime airing to get my husband into the series as well. Definitely curious what the Demon Lord has to do with everything, especially the fact that he wants Akira, and yet also kidnapped Emilia just for her skill. Trapped in a Dating Sim, the world of Otomen games is tough for mobs, Volume 13. I'm still a little confused on exactly what's happening with the future of this one, but it wrapped up the first bit real nicely. Honestly, I thought it would be the end by the time they finished dealing with the principality, but I do really love this series, so I'm glad if it's not. The fact that the mangaka is leaving, I wonder if it's going to get a title transition where it'll be a new Volume 1 continuing the story, but any which way, I'll be eagerly awaiting more news. I do always really love my salty AI companions. The Otaku Love Connection Volume 1. Probably my favorite read this month. I really hope I get more volumes of it for Christmas. I love two people that absolutely just love watching other two people being in love. It's so goofy. I love standing. Villainous stands the heroes playing the antagonist to support my faves is another one I absolutely adore. I love how over the top they are, how much they get to fangirl over their OTV. And then the added bit at the end with the characters seeing BL and GL in front of them. I can't wait until I get more of this one. Royal Tailor, Clothier to the Crown Volume 5, another series end. What a gorgeous cover, though. I didn't know what to expect when I went in the series, but I love fantasy and I love crafting, so it was bound to attract my attention. Finding out who the culprit had been behind the attempts on the king's life, and Lady Emmeline's dilemma, it was so well done. I kind of wish I had more time to see how their world progressed, but they did a really good job wrapping it up. I wish more people had read this one. A Tale of the Secret Saint Volume 10. This is honestly one of the earlier series I started picking up when I turned from a small-time casual manga collector just getting a couple of my faves to, this sounds interesting, I'm gonna check this out. This was one of the first ones I thought, I'm gonna see how this goes. It's taken its time getting here, but I really enjoy it, and I always have a bit of an extra special place in my heart for it. It's definitely interesting to see her frankly coming to terms with the fact that she is in a new life. She is still a saint. And actually that she's going to move forward with all of it. And that she's going to have to face the demon who killed her at some point. I kind of thought we were just going to get more of the avoidance and happy times. So seeing the notes progress like that, I'm even more enthused for what comes next. It's definitely another series that I don't feel like enough people check out. And that's it for all of my October reads. As always, I'd love to hear which series we have in common, what you've read. How do you deal with all of your series ending at the same time? It's been such a sad month for me. But I did also pick up some new series to fill the hole in my heart. As if the hole can be that big when I've got so many series I care about, but all the same. Thank you for making it to the end, and I hope you have a good one.